Hey guys, welcome back to Misha's Corner. Today we'll be making some barbecue jerk chicken dinner. So let's get started. Okay, so I want to go over ingredients really quickly. I have a lime right there, some fresh thyme, some habanero. You can use Scotch bonnet. I have scallions, onions, and Keith Lorraine Caribbean jerk spice, and also some vinegar. So we're gonna put all of this into a food processor, and that's what's gonna marinate the chicken. So far, I have the onions, scallions, thyme, and habanero down in here. Now I'm gonna add my lime juice, the juice from both limes down in here. And then we're gonna put the zest directly on the chicken before we add the marinade. After you add your limes, you're gonna add your Keith Lorraine jerk spice. You wanna add a lot of this. It looks like plenty, but you need plenty. Then you're also gonna add your vinegar down in here. The vinegar is going to give flavor and also preserve your jerk marinade. Then you're going to add soy sauce and some oil. Pulse this into a paste, and we're going to marinate the chicken with this. Alright, so this is what your marinade will look like, nice and thick like this. And I'm using a whole chicken. On my chicken so far, I put the lime zest all over the chicken, salt, and pepper. Now you're just going to take your marinade that we made earlier and just pour it right down in here. Remember, all ingredient measurements will be in my description box. If you need to, you may want to use a glove to mix your chicken in. It might be hot, but mix this up and allow it to marinate overnight. Okay, so this is what the chicken looks like, and I'm gonna cover it and allow it to marinate until tomorrow. Okay guys, so this is my red kidney beans soaking in cold water. I'm gonna also soak this overnight so it could be easier to cook tomorrow. You rinse them up really well, make sure you remove the rocks, whatever that's left behind, and you're just gonna soak them. So this is what your peas will look like after soaking overnight. As you can see, they kind of split and plumped up, so you're going to pour this entire water off, and then we're going to fill it right back up with water. I already have a rice and peas video on my channel, but it doesn't hurt to do it again. Alright, so I changed my water. I added some fresh thyme and some garlic cloves. This is not much of anything because we are going to really season this rice when it's time for it to be, to add the rice in. And also some salt. Put it on the stove, cover it medium heat until your peas are nice and tender. Okay guys, so now we're just going to work on the barbecue sauce. This is the easiest, simplest barbecue sauce ever. And we want to keep it simple because the chicken is going to be so spicy. We don't want to mask what we already worked so hard to accomplish earlier, last night. I have brown sugar down in my little pot, my sauce pot. Then I'm going to add some grainy Dijon mustard. Remember, all ingredients will be in my description box. Some black pepper, some vinegar. I'm telling you, this is so simple, it's ridiculous. Ketchup. You need lots and lots of ketchup. Your ketchup to brown sugar should be like 2 to 1. So 2 parts ketchup, 1 part brown sugar. And then also some salt. And some honey. Put this on the stove, let it simmer on medium-low heat for about 30 minutes, mixing constantly until it becomes the perfect consistency. Remember to always taste your barbecue sauce to make sure it has salt, pepper, maybe you want more vinegar, maybe you want more ketchup. Make sure you taste your sauce. Alright, so my barbecue sauce got to perfect consistency. And now I'm going to add some paprika down in here. And some cayenne, just a little bit. We don't want too much heat down in here. You can add more if you prefer. Remember to always taste everything as you go. You're going to cook this out another 10 minutes. So after 10-15 minutes, you're going to add 2 tablespoons of butter. You're also going to cut your stove off because you don't want the butter to boil. All you're doing is you're going to keep mixing it until your butter melts. and it's gonna make your barbecue sauce glossy and also add extra flavor. Alright guys, so my peas are nice and cooked. So all of this is going to go in the rice. I have lots and lots of scallions, more garlic, only this time it's chopped, thyme, habanero, butter, and my coconut milk right here. All of this is optional. You can use onions if you don't have scallions. You can use dried thyme, substitute your pepper, but you need your butter and your coconut milk, and season it however you prefer. If you don't have fresh garlic, use garlic powder. And yeah, so now we're going to put the rice down in the pot and all of these ingredients. Okay, so now I'm just going to pour my coconut milk down in here. Alright, so I added down all the ingredients I showed you earlier. And once this comes back up to a boil, you can put your rice down in here. I'm using long grain white rice, but you can use whatever brand rice you prefer. And alright, so I added my rice down in here. Now you're going to simmer this until the water reduces, well, the liquid reduces, and then we're going to cut it back to low so it can simmer and steam for maybe 30 minutes, 30 to 40 minutes. Okay guys, so this is my chicken, and I'm going to pop it into a 400-degree oven for 1 hour. Then we're going to start basting it with the barbecue sauce. Okay, so this is the rice, nice and perfect. It's not all the way cooked yet, but I wanted to show you guys what it's looking like. I'm going to give it another 15 minutes and then that'll be it. Now that we got some color on the chicken, it's nice and crusty, and the seasoning and spices, you know, it adhered to the chicken, you're going to start basting with your barbecue sauce. I'm probably going to baste my chicken until all my barbecue sauce is gone. So you're going to pop this back in the oven, and every 15 minutes you're going to baste the chicken. Please cut your oven down to 300 or 325. You don't want to burn your barbecue sauce. I'm going to cut mine all the way back to 325. And yeah. Alright, so this is my second baste after 15 minutes. It's starting to look really, really good. You're just going to baste it again. And I'm probably just going to baste it one more time, considering it's doing really, really well. And the sauce is sticking to it perfectly. Pop it back in the oven and another 15 minutes. And I'm going to plate everything up and let you guys see what it looks like. What kind of
it look good as hell.
You want some?
Yes.
No.
Chop it up.
Chop it up. You gonna eat that one big old one right there. I ain't chopping nothing.
Well, I gotta eat the breast.
This is what it looks like, guys. I'm gonna plate it up and let you see what it looks like. Okay guys, so this is what the meal looks like. Oh, this right here is some butter lettuce with some julienne cucumbers and just some dressing and some pepper. This is the chicken right here, looking fabulous, perfectly cooked inside and out, not burnt, nice and sweet, tangy, spicy, everything you could ever want in your jerk barbecue chicken. Is so good. And this is the rice and peas right here. I topped it off with some scallions and thyme. I hope you guys enjoyed this recipe, and I'll see you next time on my next video. Bye guys.